At his name, I'm just wondering if there might be some sort of family naming in that. I'll have to ask him after the game. Yes, we all saw what he did.
Yeah, well, he took his chance.
And there would have been about 30 other people at least who saw what he did.
Well done. The 3-0's a bit of a shit score, isn't it? Yeah, later on.
Yep. Yeah, you can. Yep.
Go to YouTube and look up On Cue Streaming.
So,
and then On Cue Streaming.
Loai, by the look of it,
And
going
subscribe,
for
and then you can watch your
overs.
later on.
The good thing about
And your commentary, great
where
commentary.
the good thing about where that ball was is that it was close enough to the pocket where he could cheat the pocket. Because if he'd tried to play that into the centre of the pocket, he most likely would have hit the one first. But because it was close enough to the pocket where he could hit.
Trim and Lau.
I've seen Trim before. I have not seen any of Loai, however.
Loai.
I wouldn't have even been able to pick him out from a lineup before tonight.
And where would that name come from? Trim Olsen Uvik.
Okay.
Sounds very Scandinavian, doesn't it?
It is. He's Norwegian.
Oh, he's Norwegian.
He's from Norway.
Oh, we thought...
Got one or more people whom you know who play pool here. You just so happen to be in St. Lucia, so it's a fair distance away, as I was saying before. There's obviously some sort of story about how you got there. Maybe it could even be COVID related.
So Loai, we'll call him.
Yeah, I'd say it's something like that. Loai. I'll have to ask him after the match. Oh, I tell you what, he's not half shy.
Oh, free ball. Free ball.
Would have had to call the 15 as a free ball. It's pretty safe though. You wouldn't think that this would leave him in any sort of trouble. Because the 5 is a pain where it is, just to put it mildly.
I can't see how that 5's coming out. But, he's going to have to wait for to be potted or...
Here's a shot that he could be looking at. He's not playing it because I can see the angle, but the shot for me would have been to play the 10 to try to put it in front of the 8.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Which would have been a difficult shot, yeah, but if he'd seen it, then if he'd managed to get it in the way of the 8 ball, it would have given him at least one more shot. Into you.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it. Trim fouled on the black. The black came back and hit the tip of his kid. He was trying to double it close up and it came out and hit the kid.
So it is going to be a...
Oh, we playing? Now?
So Jess Brown is actually playing my co-commentator very soon. I think Jess is just...
As long as you're nice to me...
Jess is just trying to figure out how much money she needs to give him to go easy. So she can't even afford to bribe him. So she's just going to have to play extremely well.
I've got no cash for any food, so I would have took $10 easily. I'd been fine.
So takes the easy over near the pocket for establishment of set.
Wow.
Just curious the way that he actually played that bridge shot, how he only had one finger on the table with his bridge. Anyway, I wonder if you guys will actually get to see. I'd love to have seen that game on commentary as well. I would have given Steve all sorts of grief. Anyway, bad news, folks. You're stuck with me. Double turns into a triple, just about drops for Loai. But you could see where the cue ball was coming back towards the 15. There was a chance he'd either go in off or go behind the 15, but as it is, neither of those things happened. Good pot there from Loai. I think he's managed to still stay on the 10 here. So that's going to be his next ball. Chops it directly into the rail, so no chance of a pot there.
The only thing Loai would be happy about is blocking the black to the right corner, so he's limiting Trim's opportunity to pot the black.
Yeah, and Trim's naturally, the white ball is running towards that, where it is now, so to speak. You see the angle of the cue ball. He's just about managed to fruit the 7, and in fact it's ended up in perhaps the worst possible place for Loai, because the 15 was the only real ball that was on there, and now it's not on. So now he's got to think about what he needs to do here. If he wants to play this to go behind the 7, then the issue with that is that there's always a free ball in the offing. It looks like Steve's actually playing, or at least he's on standby, so I'm just going to mute his mic. He's just stepped away. If he is playing, then as always, best of luck. Just to poll not just in Canterbury but in New Zealand. But his memory lives on in this tournament, and this year we do have 160 in the field, so it's the biggest field we've ever had. So Trim makes a tier 2, and the bottom qualifier in the section will be playing in tier 3, and tiers 1 and 2 will each have 64 players in them, and tier 3 will have 32 players. So that is the way this is set up. And you play all 3 frames, so even if you are ahead 2-0 or behind 2-0, you still play the 3rd frame. So if you win 3-0, you receive 6.5 qualifier.
Missed that, but still a nice control. Hard starter here. Oh, he doesn't want that. Uh-oh. Combo to Trim, so barring a huge mistake, it's going to be 2-1 to Trim for the match. Oh, he hasn't struck that one very nice. Oh, yuck. Hopefully... I think he's alright from the in-off. Yeah. Nice, 2-1 to Trim. Made that a bit harder than he wanted, but still got the job done.